So, The Babadook, directed by Jennifer Kent. It's an Australian film. It's a really scary movie. It's done really well. And it's out on Netflix this month, along with a lot of other really great movies and TV shows that we're going to talk about. And it follows a woman who is the paranoia of every bad mother just basically brought to life. And she has this kid who's impossible to control. All of the fears of being a single mom are wrapped up into this nightmare story where the Babadook, a children's character, comes to life and terrorizes them. Is it in her head? Is it not? And there's a lot more to it. So I definitely recommend The Babadook, which is out on April 14th on Netflix. Also on Netflix, April 1st, April Fool's Day, is the first and still one of the best movies by the Wachowskis. Their very first film, Bound, starring Gina Gershon and Jennifer Tilly, who was fresh off of her Oscar nomination for Bullets Over Broadway. It's a great little lesbian noir thriller. And that's really all I can say about it. You can see the grandiose ideas that the Wachowskis were later going to put into good use in The Matrix and movies like Cloud Atlas, but they just didn't have the budget. This is really the only indie film that the Wachowskis have, and it's definitely worth checking out April 1st on Netflix. On April 8th, Halt and Catch Fire, which was a great series last year on AMC about three people trying to make it big in the mid-'80s computer boom. This is a very kind of Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak kind of build it from the ground up type story, starring Lee Pace, who's probably better known as one of those faceless elves in the last three Hobbit films. But he's really great in it and really cocky, and this series came out last year and I think it kind of flew under the radar, so it might be a really good time to catch up with it on Netflix, Halt and Catch Fire. April 10th is a really big deal for Marvel fans because Daredevil Season 1 is coming out in its entirety. Now, the difference here is that we've already had Agent Carter, we've already had Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., we've seen what ABC can do with the Marvel universe, but this is going to be a Netflix show, so it remains to be seen how gritty, how violent, or how adult this is going to be, but I will probably be one of the people streaming the entire series that weekend, so I'm really looking forward to that. Fingers crossed. April 16th is Hot Fuzz on Netflix, which is kind of a cause for celebration because Edgar Wright's made a lot of fantastic films, and Hot Fuzz might be my favorite. This is the guy who did Shaun of the Dead, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. It stars Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, and the great thing about this is it's two English blokes who are obsessed with American action films, and they get to act out all of their favorite cliches from Point Break to The Bad Boys. I mean, it really, and the thing is this movie gets better with time. I really think Hot Fuzz holds up, and it's an underrated film. So if you've not seen it before, definitely check that out this month on Netflix. April 21st on Netflix, A Girl Who Walks Home Alone at Night. Now, when I say that this is a black and white Iranian film about a vampire, you're going, what? But the fact of the matter is yes, all of the language is subtitled, but this movie was actually shot in California, and it was shot by a film student there who is now the hottest thing ever. But it's a really fun movie. It's old school in the way that David Lynch used to make films. Think Eraserhead, like that era. It's about 90 minutes, and probably it should have been about an hour. There's not a lot of plot going on, but there's a ton of mood and a ton of feeling in this film, and it's a really great movie, and I'm excited to see where she goes next. But if it's on Netflix, man, you should check it out for yourself.